You only want me back because of the two stairs. The Lord left me when I was in there. I left him with the clothes people. Here's one thing to take me.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. First play and a first pass from Murray. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Higgins. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 1. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
In motion left is Higgins. Here's Murray. That's caught downfield by Kittle. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big change in field position there. That's 50 yards on the catch and run. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Here's Murray. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 3-yard line.
A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. There he goes right side. Joe Mixon on his horse. And all the way home for Broncos goal. Joe Mixon with career touchdown number 75. And the Broncos are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
2nd and 10. Now Murray off play action. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Brian Burns flying in there and dropping it for the sack. They need 18 yards here on 3rd down. In motion left is Higgins. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
So on 4th down, out is Ryan Rico to punt. Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 135 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now he'll tuck this and run. Fights him off. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Stroud. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
2nd down and 10.
Stroud to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
And Stroud now to throw. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
Tyler Bass on for the field goal. 48-yard attempt.
Oh, that was never on target. It's no good. Wide to the right, and this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
They had a chance there to really build a nice early lead, go up a couple of scores, but he doesn't hit that one quite right, and it winds up an empty possession.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into 1st downs and hopefully points.
Henry again on 2nd down. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, Henry. Stiff arm. And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
And now Murray's going to set up to throw. Open man is Higgins. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
It's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because of the drag route. And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. So once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. They're going for it. It's Murray. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, and now it's 1st and 10. Henry up the middle. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. After 1-7.
Hit that like and subscribe button.
Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football as they've got it 2nd down and 11. To throw, it's Murray. On the RPO, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is 1 play from starting out.
They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. Murray now to throw. Open man is Davis. He's got it for the Tennessee touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Extra play by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. 35-yard run. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Yeah, they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Stroud. Now he's going to step up and run. And this one too low. Well, you got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. Call it a gain of 5, 4th down now.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Stroud looking to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for first downs instead of airing it out.
Now he's going to step up and run. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
The nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early to have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Here's Stroud. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. So after the 4th down conversion, now 1st and 10 inside the 25. Stroud will look to throw once more. Wright's got it. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. They'll give it to Mixon. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Mixon again. And this time he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line. And he's able to take it into the end zone.
That's the point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Murray now. Short throw, that's hauled in by Mayer. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Inside handoff, Henry. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 3. Murray going to throw. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Oh, boy.
Again to the big tight end, George Kittle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive is going pretty well. I could come right back at him.
And he will have the Titans first down, and he's going to have it by 20, able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage, so they're going to throw the football more.
Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
From the gun, Murray. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. To throw is Murray. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Titans are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
He stepped on her hand.
Now is Murray. And he's got it. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry from 6 yards away. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, He had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Throwing now is Stroud. Now he'll take this, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Here is third and quite a ways.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. It's caught inside the 25. And he's in for the touchdown. Final play of the first half. The prayer is answered. That's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and you have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement.
Y'all done sorting laundry?
Touchdown. Here's Bass
Said
now
after
for the
chores,
extra
bro.
point.
Thank you.
It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Excuse me.
We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half, because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same.
It's all the way home for a Broncos score. Joe Mixon with now 3 week one touchdowns. And the Broncos come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer, because this all of a sudden is a two. Trying to fit it in the ball, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
The Broncos take over first and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Inside handoff to Mixon. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Early down stuff to put this offense in precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Stroud off to play fake. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on second down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He didn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last round by baiting the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage. They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Stroud now on 4th down. He runs complete. Caught by Moore. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
First down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
A handoff running left, Mixon. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 218 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign. Second down and 3. Looking to throw. Stroud. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. Now first and 10 at the 11.
That's good for Broncos. First down. First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
From the gun to give to Mixon. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Give him 9 yards on the scramble there, but it does leave him still a few inches shy with 3rd down looming. Running left, it's Mixon. And Mixon not going to get there. Running into a wall here, and they'll stop him short. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead him to 4th down. Stroud keeps it, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. C.J. Stroud scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Broncos are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now with 3 touchdowns to 21. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
Talking to me?
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Here's Murray. This will go to Henry out wide.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 20-yard line.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Now Murray again. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's second down now.
And that's another throw that could have been intercepted. Part of this, you credit the defense. They've been really stingy. But he's also made some really questionable throws. And that's another one right there.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. More the man in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Throw left side complete. That's Henry. And the Titans are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that. And they force another incompletion.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Touchdown! George Kittle from 4 yards out. And the Titans get a bit closer.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Now the Titans leaving the offense out there. They'll go for 2. They'll motion out one of the tight ends. It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray. That's caught. And he's going to get in. So they're back within 11. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And with a well-placed kickoff, that's what these new rules can do for you, as he'll be backed up to start this drive.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
Yeah, now you've got options on 2nd down.
And big-time options. You don't want to think about play action and try to get something cheap right here over the top.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
And Stroud now to throw. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A huge play there for Denver. 63 yards.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Throwing on 2nd and long. Stroud. That's complete to the tight end, Terrence Ferguson. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Now Stroud. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. We are through three quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. A 33-yarder from the left hash. The kick by Bass is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So all things considered, that's not the final nail, but it does make things exceedingly difficult now on the other side.
Yeah, because obviously now with a 16-point game, the other guys don't need just 2 touchdowns. They need a couple of 2-point conversions as well. Plus they'll need either a turnover or an onside kick in there somewhere. So you're just adding to the list of things that need to happen in sequence. And it's going to be a pretty tall order this late in the game.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wit.
They've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Broncos are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. Stroud looking to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know that there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
The Broncos on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Stroud working out of the gun. He'll try and do this himself. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Looked like they were set up defensively in a zone coverage, but somehow they found a seam because that receiver all alone. By rights, that should have been a touchdown, but somehow this ball's overthrown.
And he is caught. He's across midfield. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're...
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Dawson Knox, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Broncos are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
It's a gain of 25 yards. First down, Tennessee.
It gets it right back to Mayer. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
That's another Titans first down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Here's Murray. This one caught by Kittle. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
Come on. It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Titans first down.
Murray going to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
Throwing again, Murray. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. 3rd and 2. Murray looking to change the play here. Running from the gun with Henry. And a broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. Murray going to fire one out wide. And he will score.
What are we doing?
Touchdown, Titans. Michael Mayer from 4 yards out. And the Titans are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Now the Titans leaving the offense out there. They'll go for 2.
The Titans will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try and run it in with Henry. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the fourth quarter, and now can really take some time off the clock. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. They'll stay on the ground, mixing again to about the 26 here.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Here's Stroud. Over the middle, complete. It's Ferguson. And he'll take him into the end zone for a Denver score. Terrence Ferguson with his first career touchdown in his first career game. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Pass on for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just haven't been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at a elite level.
Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Oh, that is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, second down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Now third down and 7. Stroud to throw it. And that is incomplete. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
That's to his running back, complete. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on fourth down to bring up first and goal. Nixon is going backwards here. They come in and drop it all the way back at the 4-yard line. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. They'll run. This is Jordan Mason. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So they need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal.
Why Tony?
Stroud. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Mason. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there? Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if to call it revenge, but got a play done against it. It's been difficult for them all game long.
25 yards that time.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They control this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on some of the throws.
The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now Murray. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Broncos are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Just all around a solid performance, and now they've got the 3-score lead here, Charles. So the final seconds of the 4th quarter.
Yeah, in this one, they've been in control. They've earned this victory. No question who the better team was out there in this game. And frankly, the score could have been a lot worse than it was. Give them a lot of credit for how they played in this one.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Here we go.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's got to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Broncos, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.
Hills and hollows, each one with its own special memories of childhood. And his father. Anthony closed his eyes and exhaled.
Black Will.
His father to clarity so vivid it was almost painful. Even now, nearly 12 years after Edward Bridgerton's death, Anthony still expected to see him come pounding around the corner. The smallest of the Bridgerton children screaming with delight as he rode on his father's shoulders. The image made Anthony grin. The child on the shoulders made me happy. Discriminating between his children and